They sold you a blueprint, a neat, linear, socially approved path to the American dream. Incur 6 figures of non-dischargeable student debt, secure the premium piece of parchment, and take your designated ergonomic seat in the climate-controlled terrarium of the middle class. But you've noticed the glitch in the matrix, haven't you? You feel it in your chest every Sunday evening. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. The harsh, sterile blue light of your monitor is the only thing illuminating your cramped apartment. You log in to your loan servicer's dashboard. You stare at the 6-figure principal. It hasn't moved in 3 years despite your monthly payments. It just sits there, a digital parasite quietly feeding on the marrow of your future. You switch tabs. Your inbox pings. It's an automated rejection email from a no-reply address generated by a soulless ATS software. While your background is impressive, we have decided to move forward with candidates who more closely align. Delivered at exactly 2:03 a.m. Do you genuinely believe a human recruiter was agonizing over your credentials at 2 in the morning? Or did you just feed your hopes into an algorithmic wood chipper? You are firing hyper-optimized, keyword-stuffed resumes into an absolute void. You play the game. You tailor your cover letter. You swallow your pride and perform like a circus animal on LinkedIn, drowning in a sea of toxic corporate positivity. You beg for the privilege of a 30-minute screening call with a junior HR rep who doesn't even understand the role. But the silence that follows is deafening. Actively recruiting is the ultimate corporate mirage. Welcome to the era of phantom headcounts and ghost jobs. The companies posting these roles aren't scaling up. They are managing investor optics. They are projecting an illusion of growth to Wall Street while quietly instituting internal hiring freezes. They are harvesting your applicant data, keeping their remaining overworked employees docile by pretending help is on the way. It is psychological warfare, and you are the collateral damage. While you agonize over formatting choices, the algorithm is silently purging the payroll. Your university diploma isn't a high-yield asset anymore. It's just a faded, overpriced receipt for a massive generational scam you willingly funded. You bought a first-class ticket for a train that stopped running a decade ago. And now, you're just standing alone on the platform, waiting in the dark. The corporate ladder didn't break under the weight of a recession. It wasn't an accident. They actively, purposefully took a blowtorch to the middle rungs. For decades, the American corporate system thrived on middle management bloat. It was a comfortable, padded buffer zone built on endless spreadsheets, alignment meetings, daily syncs, and manufactured urgency. It was a place where mediocrity could hide behind a decent salary and comprehensive dental coverage. But the architects of this system had an epiphany. They realized that human capital, you, is an inefficient, unpredictable, and leaking asset. Humans get sick. Humans demand raises. Humans experience burnout. Why continue to pay a comfortable 6-figure salary plus benefits to a glorified email router? Why tolerate the friction of human management when a large language model can parse, delegate, analyze, and execute complex workflows in literal milliseconds? They dress this slaughter up in palatable jargon. They call it lean operations, agile restructuring,
or synergistic optimization. Do you know what the actual translation is? The white-collar sanctuary is being systematically bulldozed into the ground. The entry level, the place where you were supposed to learn the ropes and prove your worth, is fully automated. The senior level, the C-suite guarding the Capitol, is heavily fortified behind golden parachutes and aggressive stock buybacks. And the middle? The middle is an absolute smoking wasteland. You are trapped in a suffocating holding pattern. You are desperately grinding for a promotion, sacrificing your evenings, your weekends, and your mental health for a department that an algorithm is already scheduled to liquidate by Q3. Look around your open plan office. Look at the empty desks they claim are for hybrid flexibility. It's a lie. It's a ghost town. You are competing in a high-stakes game of musical chairs where the music stopped playing a year ago, and they've already removed half the chairs from the room. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed, and you were never meant to survive the upgrade.
You want a face to punch. It is human nature to seek a tangible enemy when your livelihood is systematically stripped away. So you look at the screen. You blame the large language models. You curse the lines of code and the artificial neural networks. But the algorithm isn't the villain. The algorithm is just the guillotine. You need to look at the people pulling the lever. The true architects of the white-collar drought are not sentient machines. They're the sociopathic C-suite executives, the private equity vampires, and the institutional investors operating out of glass towers. They hide behind the convenient, PR-approved shield of technological inevitability. When a company fires 10,000 employees and their stock price surges the very next morning, the market is sending a clear, undeniable message. Human beings are a liability, and their removal is highly profitable. Listen to their quarterly earnings calls. They don't talk about firing people anymore. They use sterile, sanitized language. They talk about streamlining workflows, capital reallocation, and maximizing shareholder value. They sell the public a comforting lie, claiming that AI will simply augment your job and free you from mundane tasks. It is a psychological pacifier designed to keep you from panicking while they quietly dismantle your department. They are not replacing you to make the company better. They are replacing you to inflate their quarterly bonuses and fund aggressive stock buybacks. The invisible enemy is the board of directors sitting in Davos, calculating exactly how much human dignity they can strip away before society collapses. While you are burning through your meager savings and rationing your groceries, the CEO who signed off on your termination is receiving a $50 million performance grant for successfully cutting operational costs. They built a digital panopticon to measure your productivity down to the millisecond. They squeezed every ounce of output from your brain, and the moment a cheaper synthetic alternative became viable, they discarded you without a second thought. You are not a team member. You are not a family. You are a line item on a balance sheet that they finally figured out how to erase. The greatest trick the corporate matrix ever pulled was convincing you that your unemployment is a personal failure. They manufactured the myth of the skills gap. They told you that if you just learned to code, if you just mastered data analytics, if you just sacrificed your weekends to earn one more overpriced certification, you would somehow become indispensable. It is a brilliant, insidious lie, a perpetual motion machine designed to keep you running on a treadmill of self-doubt while you single-handedly finance the edtech industry. They are selling you a plastic bucket to bail water out of a sinking Titanic.
You cannot out-hustle an algorithmic entity that does not sleep, does not require health insurance, and processes the entirety of human knowledge in the time it takes you to blink. You are trying to win a foot race against a supersonic missile. Let me reveal the actual, unredacted timeline. This is not a cyclical economic downturn that will bounce back in the next quarter. This is a permanent, violent, structural realignment. We are rapidly transitioning from a labor-based economy to an asset-based techno-feudalism. The comfortable suburban middle class was a historical anomaly. It was a temporary byproduct of the post-war industrial era. And now the algorithm is correcting that anomaly. Look at the new societal architecture taking shape around you. At the absolute bottom, a massive, desperate underclass of gig workers delivering cold food, driving strangers around, and performing micro-tasks managed entirely by punitive, faceless apps. At the absolute top, a microscopic fraction of tech oligarchs and capital owners hoarding unimaginable trillion-dollar wealth behind fortified walls. And the middle, the place where you currently reside, it is a vacuum, a scheduled demolition zone. You are standing on a rapidly shrinking iceberg, surrounded by freezing dark water, pretending it's just a mild change in the weather. They don't want a nation of well-paid critical thinkers, middle managers, or creative directors. They want a tiny cadre of machine overseers and a massive, impoverished population wholly dependent on whatever dystopian breadcrumbs or basic income subsidies they decide to throw down from the glass towers. The white-collar drought isn't going to end with a sudden rainstorm of new job offers. The well has been permanently capped. The rivers have been diverted to water the gardens of the elite, and you are being systematically starved out of the economic ecosystem.
The Matrix wants you paralyzed. It wants you begging for a cubicle that no longer exists. The first step to surviving the white-collar drought is accepting that the rain is never coming back. Stop firing optimized resumes into the algorithmic void. Stop playing a rigged game. You must kill the concept of a career. The era of the loyal corporate employee is dead. From this moment forward, you are a mercenary. You do not seek employment, you seek leverage. You must decentralize your income. A single paycheck from a megacorporation is a single point of failure. They use AI to replace you. You must use AI to replace them. Stop competing with the machine and become its orchestrator. Build microscopic, highly efficient digital assets. Sell solutions directly, bypassing corporate gatekeepers entirely. The oligarchs built this wasteland to extract your wealth, but the exact same tools they used to demolish the middle class are now available to you. You are no longer a line item on their balance sheet. You are a sovereign entity operating in the shadows of their glass towers. Unplug from their narrative. Starve their data harvesting engines. The system is resetting. Make sure you are holding the controls when it reboots. Wake up.